Alright, so apparently something happened with my recording software and it messed up the last recording I did. So yeah, I'm recording this video again. So just so you know, like, I've read all this before and I'll go over, like, I'll say like what my thoughts were initially when I was reading it the first time. But just so you guys know, like, unfortunately, I've already read this part and like another scene after, like a couple scenes after this. And I'll tell you when we get to the new stuff again, but yeah, I don't know what happened there, so I'm trying something new. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but yeah, I'm trying something new now, so just so you guys know. But yeah, like I said, I'll say how I reacted when I was doing this before. But yeah, anyway, say this again, Paulette. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. Say this again. Paulette makes an announcement to the passengers in the train. It sounds completely different from when she was talking to me. A clear and dignified voice. After the announcement, she bows slightly. Paulette quickly heads to the engineer room at the front of the train. You know, I just said Reina was adorable here. I was like, oh, she's adorable. And also I said I like that little effect. Reina waits for her to be seated and then calls out. Oh yeah, and yeah, like this, throughout this whole thing, I was like, her voice sounds so familiar. And eventually I realized it was Ilya. Because of course. That's the only time I recognize the voice if it's Ilya. Because, waifu. Anyway. Clunk. With a light vibration, the train begins to move and is filled with the murmurs from the crowd. They're mostly students here. That means there's a demand for this train for the commute. The train is returning to Ohitoyo. I could finally pronounce that now. I had so much trouble pronouncing it the last time. They're likely pretty carefree right now due to being on the way home. The students are all having a worry-free chit-chat. And then I was like really impressed that Girl A had a sprite. I was like, oh my gosh, I gave her a sprite and design and everything for Girl A. Like, I was very impressed. And I was like, wow, Girl B too, nice. And I told him the show should stop shipping me with people. And again, don't involve me in no scandal, please. Thank you very much. Stop squirreling. Stop squirreling. How loud and annoying. I'm sure they think they're whispering under the breaths, but I can hear everything. Dang peanut gallery. Paulette. Seems like it reached all the way to Paulette in the driver's stand. I can see her neck exposed from a uniform turned bright red. I see. So this is the actual verbal check. Rain and Paulette both point and verbally confirm it with each other. They double check the signals and signs that I can't read. So despite looking like that, they're professionals. And I was still like looking like what? What do you mean? Her blushing neck soon returns to her usual pale white color. Her every movement has no hesitation. Paulette seems more like an accurate machine than Reina. Hachiroku has been silent the whole time. She has been this way since she got on the train. She keeps her mouth closed and her eyes continue to watch. Could it be that she doesn't want to interfere with the operation? My aircar is towed behind the train until we leave the no-flight area. This object of mine. As the effect of the area might still have influence, it would require even more focus than usual. I should follow Hachiroku's example. I'll save the questions for later and just look around for now. That voice was killing me throughout that whole video too. still adorable though. Yeah, she talks like even at an even higher pitch than the usual voice Mai does, and also like even higher and like slightly slower. Like she talks like Plutia. Pull. The scenery begins to pass by faster, but I don't feel much of a shock. According to Hachiroku, the tracks are in a terrible state, so the passengers should be feeling the brunt of the shock. Railroads have similar features to Navi. Could the train operation be mostly automatic too? Reina, darn it. Right when I think that, Reina stretches. And I was like, what's happening? Is she falling asleep? And then I was like, oh my gosh, that is too cute! No. It's like, oh my gosh, that's adorable! Yeah, I was very much just very pleased by this CG. She drops down lifelessly. Reina's body comfortably lies down on Paulette's lap where she's sitting. It sure does look like she's sleeping, and it seems that Paulette caught her. But from the seriousness of Hachiroku's voice, I can tell this is an abnormal situation. When getting closer to the closed station, the train slows. After passing through, it speeds up again. Despite how the Raillord Reina is sleeping, Paulette's smooth operating of the train remains unchanged. Alright, so this is the movement of a true veteran. Without faltering, without hesitation. And because of that, everything is done in the most efficient and beautiful way. Impressive. And I was like, what's wrong? You salty, Hachiroku? You look kind of salty because her face is like, look at that. Whoops, look at that. Hachiroku. Her tone hits at sarcasm instead of a genuine compliment. Hachiroku's angry in a very quiet way. Oh yeah. Then I mentioned how those are the scariest ones right there. The ones that get angry in a quiet way, like, oh no. Right now, she's trying not to interfere with the operation of the train and is simply trying to control herself. She says under her breath. It's as if she noticed something or came back to her senses. And then, yeah, I went on for a bit about, like, didn't we already learn about this last time? And I remembered eventually that I just clicked that, and that's why I learned about it. But yeah. The hostility is gone from Hachiroku's voice. But perhaps she managed to suppress and hide it. Hachiroku understands and leaves it to me. In that case, I will try to deftly manage Hachiroku's anger too. Oh no, oh no. Naturally, I wouldn't want to see a crash. Well, I mean, let me put it that way. We arrive at the Ohitoyo onsen station. And I got really excited too, because he said onsen, and I was like, oh, hot springs? We're gonna get hot springs scene? I got very, you know how I get with the hot springs and the, you know, the beach and the pools and the you know, the obligatory kind of scenes, you know? I like the memes, okay? Yeah, that's why. After doing the ticketing duties, I call out to Paulette, saying I'd like to have a word for her. Paulette then tells something to Reina and quickly walks over to me. こちらです。お花 Yeah, I was getting very confused with Paulette and Reina because, like I mentioned in the last video, I'm pretty sure, like how every Reina I know looks like Paulette. So I was like, oh, and I kept getting the names mixed up. But now I got used to the names now. But it took me a while.
できればですけど、ネイルショップを見てほしいなって。うん。ではそこで。
Man, I talked about how I like this background and thought it looked really neat. She has good taste. That's what I think the moment I step in. It goes without saying that her tastes are for railways. The presentation is stylish. And put you on one of the shelves. Well put. There's a sense of unity and the messiness of a toy box. The countless railway items aren't too in order, yet not too disorganized. I'm drawn to them even though I have no interest in railways. A gentle nod. Paulette gives a floaty smile. Castle. Nice. A toy castle that's about to be crushed by reality, with two sister princesses desperately trying to defend it. It's an imagined picture I never thought I would come up with. It must be caused by Paulette's exotic princess-like beauty. The other mistress of the castle. Darn it. Paulette stops talking but keeps her mouth open in a dumbfounded way. She turns to Hachiroku. Hachiroku sees that and with a smug face nods back and slowly in agreement. And then I was like, show me the smug face, because you know I want to see the smug. During normal operation, a maiden inspection is done every 2 days, while there is an alternating examination done once every 30 days when taken off operation. For examinations done without being sent to the factory, these two are usually more than enough. Formation? There was only one passenger car in the entire train. I guess there's a phrase, the single car trains, for these situations. Then, even if the one passenger car, I suppose it can be called a formation, quote unquote. Hachiroku mutters that to herself in a way that carries a lot of weight. There are many things I want to ask Paulette, but let's start there. Paulette. She's taken aback by the question. Her expression begins to lighten up, turning into extreme joy. Oh my gosh. That's still just as adorable the second time. Oh, Paulette. I don't even know what this thing is. She looks at me questioningly. I should clear up the misunderstanding. Paulette looks at Hachiroku again. Hachiroku maintains a smug look and leaves everything to me. She mumbles to herself. Paulette then decides to go in order to answer each of my questions.
大廃線以降の鉄道衰退についてはご存知ですよね。
一般常識レベルのことは。
それで十分です。エアクラの台頭、大廃線、蹄鉄までもが解体され、鉄道は衰退の一途をたどります。
Paulette is talking like a teacher. It's clear and easy to understand. It was the same at Hachiroku. Why do people who like railways love explaining these things? And then I talked about for a bit about how like everybody who likes who has like particular interest in something like talks a lot like that.
なぜなら、事業としての鉄道の成功にはスケールメリットがほぼ必須だからです。
The development of land taking advantage of the railway sites. The hotel business, travel business, department stores at the terminal stations. Unless there are secondary profits like that, the railways cannot survive. Paulette used a sigh over it.
しかし、旅客も運賃を支払うだろう。それで経営が成り立たんのか。
鉄という漢字はとても鉄道事業をよく表しています。
Paulette puts out a riddle in front of me with a frown, but I have no idea what she means. Completely confused, I turn to Hachiroku and she whispers out the answer to me.
相鉄様、鉄の字を辺と作りとに分けてみてください。
I said I only know one language and barely, so you know, not gonna get nothing out of me like that.
分ける。辺は金辺。作りはおお。
Paulette and Hachiroku both look so happy, seeing me begin to understand. That's quite interesting.
鉄とは金を失うこと。なるほど。鉄道事業とはそれほどに儲からんのか。
And I was like, oh dang, oof, that sucks.
設備維持費、修繕費、燃料費、人件費、税、その他もろもろ。鉄道は固定費がかかりすぎるんですよ。
それはまあ、そうだろうとは思うが。
蹄鉄が夢見ていた全線電化。それがもっと進んでいれば、少しは事情も違ったのかもしれないですけれど。電車のことはご存知ですか？
子供時代、新聞か何か見たことがある。電気で走る列車のことだよな、確か。
A satisfied nod.
エアクラの普及により、あだ花となってしまいましたが、電車は固定費削減の切り札となるはずだったんです。
I understand what Paulette is saying. Electrified trains would have replaced the locomotives. However,
電車というのは電線がないと走れるものだろう。電線を全線に敷く経費は凄まじいものになるのでは？
そうだろうって思います。それでも蹄鉄は強く電化を推し進めようとしていました。
つまり設備投資が巨額でも都度の経費の削減で十分に回収できるという計算が立っていたということか。
Paulette nods. Her smile has long disappeared and been replaced with a serious expression.
それほどまでに固定費負担は重く苦しい。鉄道経営は常に固定費との戦いなんです。
そうなのか。まだ実感がつかめんが。
100円を売り上げるのにいくらの経費がかかるかを営業件数と言うんですけれど。
A sudden hesitation. A silence of which she is reluctant to continue.
蹄鉄末期。これが1000を超えている地方路線はザラだったと聞いています。
100円稼ぐのに1000円以上かかるのか。ものすごい大赤字ではないか。
My response surprise is accepted as fact by Hachiroku. Or, my unexpected surprise is accepted as fact by Hachiroku.
その話は事実です。蹄鉄は国有鉄道という性質上、もともとそれを許容する体質でした。
I don't know why I read unexpected as response. My bad. They wouldn't make the money at times at what? They wouldn't make the money at lines and near my businesses at the capital and other major cities, and use that money to support regional lines that operate at a loss to maintain their network. The structure that Hachiroku mentioned naturally would fall apart once the air curve introduced in cities.
全盛期から 蹄鉄はあまりに巨大すぎました。理念と現実が一致せず、上部と末端は乖離していました。
Hachiroku continues with her calm commentary while Paulette looks on with teary eyes.
1に特急、2に急行、3子がなくて5に乗客と笑う職員までいましたから、見放されるのも一瞬でした。
A hostile tone. Silence that weighs everything down. Cautiously, Paulette tries to cut in.
そこまで細かく知っているっていうことは、86さんは、やっぱりもともとは蹄鉄の。はい。蹄鉄8620系蒸気機関車、8620トップナンバー機の専用レールロード。それが、私の出自です。8620国産量産第1号蒸気機関車。
And I was like, why are you blushing? A placid voice as if she's reading from a dictionary. But Paulette's cheeks gradually turn red.
その栄誉あるトップナンバー専用レールロードと、まさかお会いできるだなんて。
Oh my gosh.
嬉しいです。
Oh my gosh, Paulette, please. A human is paying her respects to Hachiroku, a saying. Yeah, and then I was like, Sotetsu, what the fuck do you mean? What are you calling her a saying? What's wrong with you? Yeah, I actually got really offended at that. And I stole him. What the fuck, Sotetsu? Not a sing. She's beautiful living creature. Shush. But Hachiroku's not surprised. She listens to Paulette as if it isn't her first time hearing it.
なんという幸運。素晴らしい栄誉です。まさか、それほどの期待が、お人よに来てくれるだなんて。
Taito-san is the one who brought her. I knew that Hachiroku had some kind of wharf, but I didn't know the extent of it.
86さん、私。
Paulette darted. A heavy sigh. She starts fidgeting. Just like when we first met, Paulette starts getting coy.
もしよければ、迷惑でなければ、8620も見せてもらえれば嬉しいなーって。ポーレット様。
A suppressed voice. That's enough to turn Paulette's cheeks bright red.
様とかも基本恥ずかしいですから。では、ポーレットさん。
As if she realized something just now, Paulette straightens her posture. She then bows down to me with proper etiquette.
オーナーである相鉄くん、相鉄さんを置いてごめんなさい。
いや、構わんさ。
私、鉄道のことになると熱中しちゃって。
She doesn't need to explain. I can tell just by listening to her talk for 5 minutes.
そこまで夢中になれるのはむしろ長所だろう。夢中になり、かつ気遣いを忘れるのなら上等だ。
A quiet voice. Paulette's cheeks turn even brighter red.
ありがとう。それで、相鉄様、ポーレットさんのご要望についてなのですが。
Hachiroku still has not shown me steam locomotive 8620. Or rather, she hasn't even tried to go find it. I naturally assume that there are some special circumstances, so I changed the subject as Hachiroku seemed to want.
その判断を行うためにも、今は状況の整理を進めておきたいのだが。
ああ、そうでしたね。ごめんなさい、私。話を寄り道させちゃいましたね。
She said digress instead of derailed. Paulette straightens her posture again.
マイテツの話でしたね。そういう事情で、鉄道網はズタズタになりました。
She's talking like a teacher again. And perhaps Paulette has a tendency to tense up in public and relax in private.
それでも、鉄道を必要とする地域は点在しています。しかし、地方の小規模鉄道の黒字化は極めて困難です。
そこは説明で納得できた。
そこで固定費を削減のため、鉄道車両をボランティアに個人所有してもらうということを広島が始めました。
広島？
そうなんです。毛利のお姫様の広島毛利電気鉄道が マイテツという互助システムの出発点です。
Oh, right. The Princess of Mori thing. Yeah, yeah. If you guys watch my videos, you already know. Yeah, I went off on that one.
鉄道ですか？名前だけではなく。
I just wanted to, like, show me the princess! You know how I do?
市電なんです、広電は。ですから、架線も容易で、大廃線以前から完全電化がされていました。
架線？
電車線路の上空を走る電線を敷設することです。敷設された電線自体も、架線って呼ぶみたいですね。
Paulette writes it out on a piece of paper. Despite her Western appearance, her calligraphy skills are good.
これで架線か。架線と読みそうに思えるが。
切れた時、幅と紛らわしくなっちゃうので、そう呼ぶことに決めたそうですよ。毛利の姫様が。
Yeah, and then more Dragon Force Princess Simpin, you know how it is.
なるほど。架線との区別のためか。相当に気の回る人物らしいな。毛利の姫様とやらは。
大人物です。マイテツ界きっての有名人ですし。
She gives a long, drawn-out sigh.
出てきたのですね。そのような人物が、私が長く長く眠ってしまっていたその間に。
She must have been impressed. Hachiroku's cheeks are also pink.
市電とはいえ、全線電化など、よくもそれほどの偉業を。毛利のご先代も、鉄でしたから。
Paulette sounds proud of it for some reason.
車両も独自開発の独自所有でした。それを大廃線後、毛利のお姫様が破死したんです。
The train cars and rollers are transferred to individuals. The individuals then are responsible for maintaining them, and in exchange for that, they receive the right to use that rail line.
なるほど。線路の負担を毛利家が、列車の負担は可視された各々が、と分担したのか。
うまいことを考えましたね。線路なしには列車は置物。しかも整備をせずには走れない。そして鉄たるもの、自分の列車を走らせるためなら、お金に糸目をつけたりしませんから。鉄は趣味でも金を失うものなのですね。
Hachiroku and Paulette look each other in the eye and nod.
つまりマイテツとは、個人で列車を所有し走らせる、そうした鉄道マニファンのことですね。
I was like, wow, Hachiroku, are you about to say maniacs? And then yeah, she was about to say maniacs, but stopped and replaced that with fans. I understand Hachiroku's consideration. Lol. The term tetsu refers to the railway enthusiasts. These railway enthusiasts have their own railways. Maitetsu though, railway, hence Maitetsu. I was like, oh nice, it's a play on words. I jumped in surprise because it seems like she knew what I was thinking.
大廃線後の鉄道文化をギリギリ支えてるのは、地方地方の民間鉄道とマイテツたちなんです。
Stop reading my mind, woman. All Paulette did was answer Hachiroku's doubts. A strange sigh smooths out my words.
ならば、ポーレットもマイテツなのだな。
はい、私はレーナとキハ 07S のマイテツです。かつ、おひとよ鉄道株式会社の社長でもあります。
Yeah, I still don't know why he asked that. It was obvious she had Reina. Pretty sure she even straight up said that when she talked about Maitetsu the first time, but okay. Silly Sotetsu. The mayor and a president. That's quite the resume. The work there must be intense as well. The low approval ratings from the people who Nabi mentioned could be a result of how busy she is.
社長ですか。道理で経営の話などお詳しいはずですね。そんな、あの程度別に社長じゃなくっても、その、鉄なら誰でも知ってることです。
そうなのか。マニアはすごいな。
そうなんでしょうか。だけど本当に普通のこと。
Paulette shifts her gaze toward the back door of the rail shop as it opens.
皆さん、楽しそうですね。何のお話ですか？レイナも混ぜてくださいな。
And yeah, that me not being able to pinpoint her voice, like, was killing me for so long.
お疲れ様レイナ。レイナ、疲れてませんよ。
I'm glad I know now. Paulette taps the legs for Reina to come sit on her lap as if it were rehearsed. Reina trots. Wow.
なるほど。
That's so funny.
それが整備ボディか。
はいです。整備をして、ちゃんときれいに洗ってきました。
Cleaning? Did you take a bath? The smell of flowers tickles my nose.
きれいにしないといけないのです。レールショップはお客様が来るところですから。
なるほど。それは礼儀にかなっている。
えひひ、それに。
A worn out hip flask. She pops the top off in a fluid motion and gulps down the contents of it. Reina. She wipes the side of her mouth and the tip of the bottle as if it were the tastiest thing in the world. And yeah, and then like he mentioned that, and I was like, were we trying to get Hachiroku some food? And yeah, he just I kept talking about that afterwards because like poor girl's probably starving. Her style of drinking is unfitting for the way she looks. I'm honestly surprised at this.
随分と強いようだな。
Yeah, I was like, that's alcohol.
そうですよ。レイナ、力持ちです。だから働くとお腹がとっても空いちゃうんです。
She carefully puts away the hip flask. Reina looks happily at her clothes and Paulette.
ご飯はきれいなところできれいにして食べるともっと美味しくなりますから。
And I just kept feeling really bad for Hachiroku during this whole scene because they keep talking about eating and food and shit, and we're trying to get her something to eat, and he just forgot all about it. The flip, Sotetsu.
なるほど。の？ご飯？
Yeah.
そうなんです、相鉄さん。レイナが飲んだの、レイナのご飯。
And then I was like, wait, it's oil? I thought it was alcohol. I got confused. A slight smell of oil. Light oil, it's probably Reina's fuel.
なあ、86の石炭と。
And I was like, thank you. I just remembered. Actually, I should have asked earlier. Hachiroku kept a straight face all the time, but I feel ashamed of myself.
ポーレット、すまんが力を貸してほしい。
Felt so bad for her during this whole scene, dude.
私、はい、もちろん、相鉄くん、相鉄さんの力になれるなら頑張ります。
Dang, girl.
それは助かる。頼みというのは石炭を分けてほしいということなのだが。
石炭？はい、あります。
She looks at Hachiroku with a smile and sets Reina to the ground before standing up.
こっちです。少しだけ歩きます。
Hate walking.
ここが投炭練習場です。
She's glitching out a little bit. But yeah, and I thought at first that Reina was taller than Hachiroku because, like, she looks taller at this angle. I guess not, because, yeah. Anyway. Wow. That's pretty much what Hachiroku was trying to say.
素晴らしいですね。これは、上等の国内炭ではないですか。私にはよくわからないんですけど、86さんが言うならきっとそうなんですね。安物の輸入炭とは黒さが違いますから。
Hachiroku picks up a piece of coal and rubs it. Her eyes gaze at it as if she were preparing for a feast. That's right. Hachiroku called herself a maiden. Then I'm sure she wouldn't want to beg for food.
すまんが、86に石炭を補充できていなくてな。もしよければ。
どうぞどうぞ、お好きなだけ。うちではずっと使えないままでいたものですから。さようですか。では、失礼して。
Chomp, crunch, crack. She eats it whole with her small mouth. She takes in large chunks, one after another. And again, what'd that mouth do though? The way she tries to cover her mouth with her left hand just makes the loud crunchy noises all the more impressive.
こちらもなかなかに豪快だな。
そうですね。
A soft voice. Colette looks unhappily as she watches Hachiroku enjoy her first meal in a long time.
だから固定費との戦いなんです。
なるほど。
The coal continues to disappear. Looking at this makes it all the more convincing. Hachiroku is small, and look how much she eats. How much coal would the entire locomotive consume? No, Reina is smaller than Hachiroku, and earlier...
相当な量を飲むのか。
Before I realize how I'm lacking in eloquence, Paulette answers happily.
そうですね。レイナはディーゼル機動車ですから。
機動車？
さっき乗ってもらったように、運転台と客席が一つの車両に一緒になってるのが機動車です。
She must have anticipated that question. Her answer came out before I even asked.
機関車は客席を持たず、客車や貨車を牽引する車両。863の8620は蒸気で動く機関車だから SL ですね。
SL, a steam locomotive. DL is a diesel locomotive. FL is an electric locomotive, she says. Or EL, my
電
bad.
気機関車は電車とは違うものなんだ。
そうですね。電車は厳密には電気機動車のことです。でも電車っていう略称っぽいのが実は正式名称なんです。
車両にもいろいろあるんだな。動力は蒸気、ディーゼル、電気で全てか。
だけじゃないです。ガソリン機動車もありますよ。
Reina pops out of nowhere and draws our attention by
レ
pointing.
イナはディーゼル機動車と聞いたが。
今はそうです。でもレイナ、もともとはガソリン機動車だったんですよ。
She only reaches up to her waist. Lol. Crunch. A loud sound of pulverizing coal. Where are your manners, Hachiroku? What the fuck, woman? Hachiroku interrupts her meal and begins to listen in.
ガソリン駆動からディーゼル駆動に改造を受けたという解釈でいいか。
大正解です。レイナ、ディーゼルになって前よりも力持ちさんになれたんですよ。
And then I think I said something about like wanting to see her carry freaking Paulette or something just because it's funny.
なるほどな。足回り不安とやらはその反動で？
はい。けど、それじゃなくて。
Paulette glances at Hachiroku. Hachiroku continues munching down on coal, as if she already heard what she needed to.
レーナも時々処理落ちしちゃうんです。改造で車両の方の出力が上がった影響で。
The napping that surprised Hachiroku must be the slowdown she's referring to. The doubts that Hachiroku has been holding are mine as well.
危険はないのか？処理落ちとやらに。
Reina's gaze shifts to Paulette. Paulette gently pats Reina as if to reassure her.
そう長時間にはなりませんし、何かあった時のための運転士、レイルロードの二重安全体制ですし。
Hachiroku doesn't say anything. I should be the last person to say something about it.
ところで、ソーテツさんはどんなご用でお人よに帰ってらしたんですか？
She must want to change the subject. Her somewhat frantic remark makes my heart jump.
なぜ知っている？僕が帰ってきたのだと。
それは、右竹といえば高額納税者ナンバーワンですから、お人よしの。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I mentioned something here about how didn't we like say she seemed familiar to us and like that we recognized her and she kind of recognized us. So yeah.
なるほど。僕もここでは有名人というわけなのか。
Freaking Paulette. Although I didn't realize it at all, that just may be how things are. That's a little unfortunate.
勘違いした。僕と君とは昔会ってでもいるのかと。
No, he brought it up then. Yeah, that reaction. A croak resembling a death rattle. Paulette's face becomes obviously crestfallen and she begins to mumble to herself.
フランク語か？それは。
Bruh.
とか。
Nope. I know one language and hardly that, so.
いや、意味まではわからん。友人がフランク語に堪能で、耳慣れさせられてしまったというだけの話だ。
そうなんですか。
A long sigh of relief. I wait for the sigh to end before answering.
僕がお人よに帰ってきたのは、エアクラ工場誘致計画を撤回させるそのためだ。
ああ、私もなんです。
知っている。前市長もポーレットも、エアクラ工場誘致に反対し続けているということ。
ああ、はい。
Her sudden outburst of joy wanes again. The previous mayor died from an illness, I believe. Yeah, that's so sad. I feel sorry for making her remember it, but that's all the more reason to tell her everything.
ここでこう話しているのも何かの縁だ。反対派同士、協力し合える部分がないかと考えている。
それでしたら。
A determined voice. The wavering in emotion is gone from her voice completely. Whether it be as a mayor or as a president, Polite is speaking to me as a professional.
863の8620をぜひ、お人よ鉄道で走らせてくれませんか？
蒸気機関車をお人よで？
はい。86系は美しい蒸気機関車ですから、きっと観光振興の目玉にできるって思うんです。
観光振興か。
That doesn't sound bad at all. If we can broadcast to people that Ohitoyo is a town of clean water and hot springs, it would naturally create opposition to the factory.
そうなれば、キハ07も交番に入れるようになりますし、車体使用料も黒字化したらお支払いするようにします。
Like, sweet, we're gonna pay? Let's go, let's do it! In other words, we're operating at a loss right now. If that's one of Paulette's burdens, hoping her will also bring in support for those opposing the factory.
僕としては悪くない話であると考える。が、86、鉄道のことはお前の判断を尊重しよ
う。ご信頼をありがとうございます、相鉄様。
No problem. I doubt she's calmer simply because her stomach is full, but Hachiroku's mannerisms have become even more elegant.
いただいたお話自体は十分検討に値するものかと存じます。ですが、今は時期ではありません。
時期ではない。
Yeah, I was like, but then when is the right time?
はい。なぜなら私にはマスター、機関士がまだいないからです。
Upon saying that, Hachiroku turns around. When she turns back to me, she is carrying a rectangular shovel slightly too large for her. Yeah, then I talked about how that was a really funny image.
1キロ用の投炭スコップ。現場ではワンスコと呼ばれるものです。
なるほど。
Okay. And then I laughed, because that's funny. Hachiroku holds up some suit and the shovel. I would like to see like a full image of that, because it's freaking hilarious.
私は、相鉄様に私の機関士に、マスターになっていただきたく望んでいます。
And again, fuck, yes, let's go.
なるほど。これは騎士の剣というわけか。
I grab the so-called one scoop casually. I feel that it is my duty to do so.
ならば、86、僕はお前の機関士と。
Let's go.
そう簡単になれるものでもございません。
Don't worry, I got this. Hachiroku turns to the spot behind me. There's a device with a round hinged door and a neat pile of coal next to it.
蒸気機関車を操るための初歩にして究極の技術は投げ込みです。
Maitetsu out of context? Even when railways were in their prime, did railways ever have to instruct engineer candidates? Hachiroku picks up a small gardening shovel and scoops up a chunk of coal of perfect form. Paulette, darn it.
かっこいいです。
The shovel in her right hand continues moving while the free hand pulls down a thin chain in one seamless gesture. The round hinged door opens up and she tosses a coal inside.
なるほど。確かに投げ込みだ。これがその練習する装置なわけだ。
Literally thrusting.
投炭練習機です。鎖を引いて釜を開け、その奥を覗き込んでください。
It's practice for later when we get to the routes. So this is a furnace. You toss in coal and burn it with fire. This cauldron must be made to resemble that.
床に何や やら区分けがあるな。数字が記されてもいるが。
その数字のマスにその数字の順番に石炭を繰り返し投げ込んでいくのが投炭練習です。
It's easy. That's what Hachiroku's gaze tries to tell me. Paulette, what did I say? Paulette diligently takes notes. Reina's looking at me with pity for some reason. Oh no, not the pity look.
これをすれば機関士になれるというなら、無論やるさ。
そのお言葉を待っていました。
Uh-oh. Oh no. Hachiroku smiles. A bright, graceful smile. That was a really nice smile, actually.
それでは体慣らしの100杯から投炭練習を始めましょう。
Commence the training shovel arc. Yeah, I have my own little training arc right there. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. I'm finally home. I would normally say I'm home and then go inside.
今戻った。すまんが、誰かいないか。
I'm back.
あら、兄さん、お帰りなさいませ。
Hibiki's on the second floor. A high-pitched voice. I hear the sound of trotting footsteps coming down the stairs. The trotting footsteps thing made me laugh.
どうしたんですか？玄関先で。何があったと？真っ暗だい。
Hibiki. Her reactions always make me laugh. And yeah, I saw this, like, I saw her uniform right away. I was like, I really like that outfit. It's a really nice looking outfit, okay? And I had a huge gasp when I saw that outfit. I was like, dang. Yeah. It's gone now, so I already was prepared to see it again. I really like the outfit though, it looks nice.
やはりか。そんなにひどいか。
待っとって、今服も。
Her face, she makes the best faces.
構わん。この汚れは石炭だ。拭いたところでタオルをダメにするだけだろうさ。
After 100 shovels, I shoveled 400 more. A total of 500 kilograms. That's about 277 2-liter bottles. Yeah, and goodness gracious, I was like, oh, goodness gracious, what the fuck? And look at it that way, it might not be much, but my form was bad, so it shaved my lower back. Seems like a lot to me, I'm just saying.
顔にも随分と粉を浴びた気がしたが、真っ黒とはな。ナビが僕を乗せてくれなかったのはそういう理由か。
Dang. Hibiki scowls after hearing that.
結構わがままですよね、あのエアクラ。兄さんの命を守るだなんて偉そうに言ってるくせに。
Look at Hibiki, that little piece of shit. I mean, she is hilarious.
いや、ナビの言動に矛盾はないよ。
At point above, Hibiki's frown becomes even more serious.
僕は単純にまみれすぎ、精密機器であるナビに悪影響を与えてしまう可能性があるそうだ。
I can declare to you that it is not simply a matter of getting the seat dirty. That's what Navi said before refusing my entry, but it followed me from the sky. I love that pose. It's so funny. It's funny and cute at the same time. Following my gaze, Hibiki sees Navi. Navi focus above and then flies over the brewery.
逃げましたね。
逃げんさ。僕が帰宅し、安全になったと見ただけだ。着水して、86を下ろしてくるのだろうよ。
Yeah, see, I really like the little pattern on her, like the diamond pattern on her shirt and the outfit in general. Anyway.
86さん。あのレイルロードはエアクラに乗っているのですか？
うん。汚れづらい表面処理がされているとかなんとかだ。が、技術だろうな。僕との汚れ具合の違いは。
技術？何の技術ですか？
投炭だ。石炭を過失に投げ込む技術だ。
I use hand gestures while I explain coal shoveling. Hibiki nods while listening, but her face gradually turns red like some ignited coal.
ニーニーを機関士に？そんな、うちに追ってくれる時間が減った。じゃなくて。
Uh-huh. She frantically covers her mouth and glances around. She then taps her fist on her palm and looks proud of herself. I love her so much.
兄さんはエアクラ工場誘致反対のために帰ってきたのに、そのための活動時間が減ってしまうじゃないですか。
But I know.
誘致賛成派ではなかったのか、響は。
それはそれ。これはこれです。
Hibiki's like, that's neither here nor there. She pretends to pick up something with her hands and moves it right to left. Hibiki's proper and arduous even in times like this.
兄さんの優しさにつけ込んで、兄さんの時間を奪うたなんて少し良くないと思います。
It's fine, I don't mind.
確かに僕も無関係なことに時間を奪われてはかなわん。
そうですよね。
She got so happy.
が、機関士云々も実はエアクラ工場誘致反対運動につなげられるかもしれんのだ。
This is still just as funny to me the second time. Just the way freaking Hibiki reacts to things is so funny.
それってどういう意味ですか？
Even if she is for this particular issue and I am against, Hibiki stole my dear sister. I hide nothing from her and talked to her about the plan of creating tourist attractions using steam locomotives.
まだぼんやりとした案でしかないがな。観光振興は環境保全意識の高まりへもつながるだろ
確かに観光と誘致反対とはつながりそうですね。もし観光振興をうまくできればですけど。
さてそこだ。
There are major flaws in this plan. I don't know if it's by thought or intuition, but Hibiki already realizes it.
86の8620系は観光客誘致の大きな目玉になるという話らしいが。
8620系ですか？それはそんなに魅力的な機関車なんですか？
Yeah, apparently.
わからん。
わからんって。本当にまだふわふわしたお話なんですね。
Hibiki.
僕も実物を見ていないからな。大変に美しいとポーレットは言っていたが。
The moment I say that, Hibiki gasps a little.
ポーレットって市長さん？
Oh, that's her.
なあ。
兄さん、いつの間に市長とお知り合いに？
Just a few hours ago. Don't look at me like that, please. Please stop looking at me like that.
以前からの知り合いのような気もしたのだが、実際のところはつい先ほどが初対面らしい。
Oh my gosh, that voice crack.
ポーレットは市長であるだけでなく、おひとよ鉄道の社長でもあり、運転士まで兼任している。
Hibiki nods.
はい、それは知ってます。私だってユノイの学園に通ってますから。
そうだったな。
Unoi is the last stop on the Ohitoyo Railway, Unoi line. Aside from the school, there are also hot springs and medical facilities there. And they brought up the hot springs again, and I was like, darn it, I want to go to the hot springs. Come on now, come on, game. Because I like the hot springs, alright? After passing through the air credit disabling zone, that is the former Jutsu and coal mine, the passengers who go to and from Unoi mainly take the Unoi line.
知り合いになったきっかけは、僕のエアクラの不時着だ。
ああ、それで市長さんとレイナちゃんに助けられたと？
That they did.
そうなるな。
Hibiki nods deeply as if she were convinced.
それで市長さんが主張したんですね。8620系がすごくいいものだって。
Indeed she did.
その通りだ。
いつもですよ、それ。
I was like, wait, what? A sigh and then a smirk. Hibiki's tone becomes disaffected, but there's some kindness mixed into it.
どこからどう見てもガラクタのボロ列車でも素晴らしい歴史的価値って市議会とかで。
And I was like, bruh.
No.
Sotetsu. I can see that. I was like, bruh, she swindled me unintentionally, but still. So yeah, I saw firsthand Palette's love for the railway.
それはポーレットには真実なんだろうな。真実すぎて説明の必要があるとわからんのだ。
And then yeah, I did agree with Sotetsu on this though. But like, still, darn it.
どういうこと？
Yeah, like I agree, and somebody was saying and agreed with him. Hibiki tilts her head to the side in confusion. It was Hibiki that made me realize that fact.
赤は赤いということを響は説明する必要を感じるか？
Oh, and here's the red is red thing.
は
Hibiki's face turns a shade of scarlet. Hibiki remembers a day when she explained to me that red was red. Oh man. Oh, here it is. Here it is. The painting. Or drawing.
どうした響
Even little Hibiki.
赤って赤かったね。
Red is red.
ん
Red is red. That's a fact that needs no mention. I would even be confused at how to respond.
葉っぱが真っ赤やったと。絵描いとったら、お日さん、もっと赤かけ。
Flap. Hibiki spreads her arms. She stretches out a piece of art paper in front of her.
おお
It's red. It's very red. I see. I completely missed it. Red is so... red.
赤は赤だ。それはあまりに真実すぎて、言葉ではうまく説明できん。その必要も感じない。
I don't know why Sue decided to come on all of a sudden. Anyway. And, like, I also mentioned, like, technically you can... technically you can explain why red is red, but, I was like, I'm not gonna, but you can. But anyway.
だが、響の目は、僕が見逃していた赤を見ていた。響の目で、赤は赤いと、僕は本当に理解できた。
Her cheeks are still flushed as she stays silent. As always, Hibiki gets flustered when she's praised or even when she's justly evaluated.
間違いなくポーレットの目も、そうした赤を、響の目にはボロな列車に見ているのだ。ポーレットにもし、響と同じ絵心があれば、立ちどころにそれが皆に伝わるのかもしれんな。
だとすると、市長さん、ちょっと気の毒かもしれませんね。
気の毒？
市議会の様子、私の先輩がよく教えてくれるんですけど。
ほう。
A student likes to sit in at the town hall meeting. Hibiki's senpai might be of a rare variety.
ヤジ、すごいそうなんですよ。市議会で市長さんが登壇すると。
ああ。
Even though we've just met, I've already begun to see the signs of Paulette's nervousness when in public. Yeah. Thus, if she has a tendency to become anxious, and that cannot be remedied, the simple disturbance caused by hecklers would be highly detrimental.
市長さん、鉄道のことは特に上手に喋るんですって。でも、それが乗ってきた時にヤジを飛ばされて。
And yeah, I felt really bad for Paulette about this, like how she had to deal with that. Like, yeah, I felt really bad about that.
うろたえるか。
Like, well, people not letting her speak, and shame.
だ、そうです。しどろもどろになっちゃって。それで、市長さんの主張は一度も通らずじまいだそうで。
Because you know people like that are doing that stuff exactly on purpose, so.
なるほどな。
Makes it even worse. That means that's one of the causes for Paulette's low approval ratings as mayor. No one wants to entrust their future to a leader that gets flustered at the slightest bit of heckling.
かくて、悪循環は転がり膨らんでいくわけか。
Yep, unfortunately. I'd heard of that reputation even while it's at the capital. More than half of the officials are for the factory to be built there. If those sly old bureaucrats really want something, Paulette's earnest passion will actually be easy to control. Raina probably wouldn't be able to help at the city hall. I imagine Paulette doing everything she can to fulfill her duty, completely tense. I have my doubts whether she can maintain the dignified stance she showed as the president and engineer of the railway company for her role as mayor.
誰も邪魔をしないで、思う存分に話せれば、赤は赤いって、あの人、伝えられると思います。
Yep, and like I was like, yeah, but that's really hard to do, because like they do that on purpose, so I'm not gonna let that happen.
響がそう見るのなら、そうなのかもしれんな。
Yep.
が、邪魔がなくなることなど。
Yep, just like Sotetsu said right here.
それはそうですよね。効果大ってはっきり分かっているんですから。
Yep, see, again, like they said. Then what to do? How can I help Paulette state her opinions without being interrupted?
結局のところは、見せることに尽きるのか。魅力を目の当たりにすれば、それについて知りたく思う。そうした心の動きはおそらく、人の根源的な欲求の一つだ。
確かに、それは。
She nods and then turns her chin to the side.
けど、それほどの魅力が、8620系でしたっけ？
うん。8620系にその、誰の目にもわかる魅力がある可能性は、決して低くはないと思う。
I believe that to be true because it's none other than Taito-san who brought Hachiroku here. When I tell her that, Hibiki shows a flustered look. It seems that her opinion of Taito-san is different from mine.
もう、ここで話すより、実物見た方が早いですよね。どこにあるんです？それ。
おそらく86しか知らん。確かめねばならんのだが、この格好だ。店を汚すわけにもいかんだろう。
Covered in all this filth.
ああ、そんで私は呼び寄ったと。
Do your thing, little sis. I finally brought the point back to the conversation. Or should I say, it returned on its own. May appeared to have come back to the subject, but we could have just gone down the rabbit hole. Red is red. And yeah, I kept making jokes about that because I think it's a funny meme now. But like I said, I did understand what Sotetsu was saying. Like, what he was saying made sense, but it's just funny to say, red is red, because, memes.
汚れもひどいですけど、粉まみれってことなら、確かに、兄さんがそのまま家に入るのは難しいですね。
万が一にも、単人が焼酎に紛れてしまえば、取り返しがつかんことになりかねんからな。
Yeah, I don't want that.
なら、外のお風呂で綺麗にするしかないですよね。待っててください。私、兄さんの着替え取ってきます。
Thanks, little sis. Hibiki trots back into the house and goes upstairs.
相鉄様、戻りました。少し遅れてすみません。
I hear Hachiroku's voice as Hibiki runs off. I turn around and see that Hachiroku's cheeks are flushed and there is some sweat on her skin.
構わんが、何かあったか？
この体ですと、翼端から地上に降りるのが大変で。
And then I thought it was a funny image imagining her just really slowly trying to get off of Navi.
ああ、そうか。それは盲点だったな。すまん。
いえ、私自身さえ気づかずにいたことですから。
Navi circles in the sky about two more times before going higher in altitude, ultimately out of view. Perhaps it figured or heard that I would be going to the bathhouse. That's it.
これから風呂に行く。この汚れでは家に上がれん。
銭湯も嫌いますよ、石炭汚れは。
響に心当たりがあるようだ。お前はどうする？一緒に行くか？
Wanna take a bath for me, Hachiroku?
もちろんです。
Nice. And then I was like, can you show me, can we have a scene for the bath, please?
兄さん、お待たせ。86ちゃん。
Hibiki sounds a little perplexed. Hachiroku laughs elegantly and tries to relax Hibiki.
呼び捨てで結構ですよ、響様。私、相鉄様の所有物ですので。
Hibiki frowns instantly. Her cheeks puff up.
やったら、私んことも響でよかよ。妹やもん。ニーニーの所有物も当然やけんね。
Here's this line. Here's this dang line, freaking Hibiki. I was like, wait, what? Like, dang, girl. Like, all right then, okay, I see. Like, dang, girl. Like, yeah, that's all I can say to that. The fuck, Hibiki? Hachiroku looks up at me, troubled. And they're like, no, she said it, not me. Oh, no, she said I didn't do nothing. I had no idea Hibiki was mine. If that's Hibiki's wish, I'll happily oblige. And, yeah, like, darn right.
お互いに呼び捨て合うがよかろう。お前たち、どうやら似たところがあるようだしな。
どこがあった？どこがですか？
There's that. The voices coincide with each other. And then they arc the look away before breaking out in laughter.
そういうことで風呂にしよう。響、案内を頼む。
It's like, ooh, is Hibiki coming too? Like, please, show me the scene.
はい、兄さん、お任せください。
Nice. I was like, yay!
Oh.
Bath scene, hype! And yeah, that's where I stopped. That's where I left off. So now I'm stopping here again. And I'm salty because I thought I was going to get to see the bath scene the next time I recorded this game. But then I saw the recording got fucked up. So yeah, and then now we're here. So I have to wait longer. Darn it. But you guys can see all this right away because I'm recording this ahead of time. So lucky you, you get to see it all right away. I gotta wait. Salt. Hopefully this recording works though. But yeah, that was pretty much the commentary I made last time too. So yeah. Salt. All right, and now it's time for the question of the day. So yeah, we got to meet Paulette and Reina, and you know, like I said, I had to record this video twice, but you know, I do like them so far. They're both really fun, and of course, Reina has Ilya's voice actress, which is always a huge plus, because you know I love Ilya and her voice actress and her voice in general. But yeah, this isn't bait, distraction. So yeah, no, seriously, I really like both characters so far. They also seem to have a really cute and sweet relationship too, so that's always nice. Love that. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought. I speak English fine. Let me know what you guys think about these two characters. Without spoiling anything, of course, in the comments down below, leave a like, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, later.